Industrial Talk is brought to you by Armis. Yes, you are in the digital transformation game. Yes, you need to find trusted companies, trusted individuals to help you along with that journey. The Armis platform delivers complete asset intelligence. You know what that means? Insights into your connected assets. You're in the digital transformation game, you have to have that insights into what is connected. Go to armis.com, find out more. You will not be disappointed. Also, Industry IoT Consortium. At Industrial Talk, we always talk about education. We always talk about collaboration. We're always talking about innovation. And if you're a business that has any desire to be resilient to the future, you need to be able to educate, collaborate, as well as innovate with other industry professionals. That's a must. Industry IoT Consortium brings that all together. You need to be a part of this community. You need to be connected with these leaders that are all a part of the Industry IoT Consortium. Go out to iiconsortium.org, find out more. Again, you will not be disappointed. You're just going to be happy.
Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, thank you very much for joining Industrial Talk. You are absolutely joining the number one podcast in the universe there, Liz. Don't. It is the universe. We're beyond the web telescope right there. And we celebrate industry professionals all around the world because you are bold, brave, daring greatly, you solve problems, you collaborate, you're making my life better, and you're making the world a better place to live. That's why we celebrate you. We are, as you can tell by the noise in the background, the music, the 80s, 70s vibey music in the background, we are broadcasting on site at Mxd, Chicago, Illinois. This is an innovation center that is second to none. It's excellent. They have an open house because we're a part of that IMTS thing that's going on too, which happens to be pretty big. Liz is in the hot seat, and we're going to be talking a little bit about education, upskilling, reskilling, all of the stuff that's so important to manufacturing. Let's get it on cracking. Hey.
Hello.
It's pretty cool. I like this stuff. I do like this stuff, but I like the fact that I get to see cool technology.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it this week.
But you know what the problem is? The problem is that on a podcast, dive deep into code, you wouldn't even listen to that.
Nope, not going to happen with me.
Nor me. I'll hit that jettison. I'll just pull that thing and I'm out of the cockpit. Big time. All right, for the listeners out there, give us a little background on Liz and Mxd and your involvement, as well as how long you've been here, and anything else I want to ask you.
Absolutely. So I have been at Mxd now for 7.5 years, working...
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning. In fact, before I came here, I was out in Washington, D.C., working for the Obama administration, leading the U.S. Manufacturing Council, and that is where the idea for these institutes started. So...
and that idea is what?
To set up a network of manufacturing innovation institutes across the country to increase manufacturing competitiveness in the United States. So that was a policy recommendation that came through the Obama administration, and now these 16 institutes that you see around the country are the product of that.
When we say 16, are they all Mxd?
They're not all MXD.
No, they're different names. They're different brands.
Different names, different brands, and most importantly, each one focuses on a different technology area. And that's really important because we can't all be focused on the same technology. We're looking at different topics. We're looking at additive. We're looking at flexible hybrid electronics. We're looking at, in the case of MXD, we're looking at digital manufacturing and cybersecurity for manufacturing.
Cyber's big.
Cyber is
Have you ever
critical.
Have you ever found the fact that it's a conversation or a topic that people need to talk about, but nobody wants to talk about it?
It's, I find that's true with workforce sometimes too.
Hi. Yeah, I had an attack over here. I just wasn't prepared. Let's have a conversation. No, nobody wants to have that conversation.
Nobody wants to have that conversation. As our CEO just said in his remarks, it's not if it happens, it's when it happens.
Oh, absolutely.
that has to be at the very beginning of any of the conversations associated with digital transformation.
It should be. It's really important, because otherwise you got to go back and do a lot of work, and you can save yourself if you start that conversation right at the beginning.
People always look at, we will get into the topic that is so important to us, but I am deviating from that real quick, and that is it's if you want to achieve, and you're saying, hey, I want to be in this digital transformation world, this journey, because it is a journey. It'll make your ears bleed. It's such a journey. But you need to be in it. You've got to have that conversation. You've got to have it up front and do it. And I'm glad you guys are talking about that.
That's right.
Because people don't like cyber people.
Well, and as you will hear tonight, manufacturing is the most targeted sector for cyber espionage attacks, more than any other industry, because of both the IP and the supply chain vulnerability. It is the most targeted sector.
So I had a conversation with a cyber company, and what do they call it? They call it island hopping. They call it island hopping. Let's say I am a big company, right? And I have vendors. And so what happens is that cyber people go after the vendors to island hop to penetrate the network that way.
That's right. That's right.
I had to pick myself off the ground. I just said, oh gosh, I don't want to be
You don't want to be the island that let them in.
So yeah, Scott is the problem to this particular attack.
Right. That's right. It's
all
stressful.
Right. One of the conversations, the topics that was very, very hot in manufacturing, of course, it's training. It's education. It's attracting the right people for your business to be in business and be sustainable for the near future, if not a legacy. So
that's right.
What is Mxd doing about that?
So we have a workforce development program, a workforce development team. Our workforce program is called Mxd Learn, and it houses all of the programs and projects in our workforce portfolio. So we are looking at a little bit of everything at this stage to make sure we understand where the most value is for industry and current workers and future workers. So we are looking at middle school programs that build awareness.
Good.
We're looking at high school programs that can offer dual credit with the community colleges. We're looking at apprenticeships that bring in small and mid-sized manufacturers in particular who have never participated in an apprenticeship program before in many cases, and trying to help them understand the value of engaging with apprenticeships at the community college. We are looking at defining the future of work. What kind of skills are individuals going to need? What kind of roles are employers going to need to have? And then we're looking at how we make it as accessible as possible for individuals to get access to this kind of training and curriculum.
So when I was a boy, which was probably maybe about 15 years ago, I look younger than I am. Anyway, so I remember in second grade, and it's sort of weird, that we would always get film. Somebody come in, bring us film, and it was always about manufacturing. It was always about, hey, we're baking bread, and then we're going to put it on the truck, and we're going to go, and they just would just provide that picture, that story. And I remember as a kid going, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that truck driver's going over here. And I think that we've gotten away from that a little bit, developing that story of I mean, if you go to MX or IMTS, how can you not be inspired? Come on.
That's right. It's exciting.
It is.
It's really, really exciting. It is. It is.
So what can we do to begin to inspire younger professionals, like you said, in sort of middle school? What are we missing there?
So I think that we are selling young people short a little bit here. We talk
Really?
about. I do.
Good.
I do.
Hold it down.
We say that they're not interested in manufacturing careers, but our experience has been that as we are talking with young people, they're extremely interested in manufacturing careers, and they are thinking about all the high-tech, advanced manufacturing opportunities that exist. They have better awareness than I think some of those who are currently in the manufacturing workforce.
Then why is there that sort of negative thing going on out there? Why is there this misconception or this, can I say misconception or misconception? I'll go with that. Why?
Well, I think there's a couple things. I think there's a lack of awareness about the opportunities that exist.
Okay.
So I think you're right. Individuals, young people, even current workers aren't that excited necessarily to go work on an assembly line. But they might be very excited to design and program robots that do the work that was traditionally done by an individual on the assembly line. That doesn't mean we have fewer workers. That means we have workers in different jobs. And so I think that there are two pieces. One is awareness about the opportunities, both for individuals who might step into these careers, but also for manufacturing employers who we're encouraging to think about advanced manufacturing technologies and the implementation of those technologies within their factories. So I think we have to ask manufacturers to step up a little bit more.
Yeah. I agree with you 100% on that. I think that if a manufacturer comes to me and says, I'm having a hard time finding people. Okay, great. Clearly everybody's having that. What are you doing internally?
That's right.
To up your game.
That's right.
To, be different or to communicate that, no, we're here for the long haul and we're going to be doing some remarkable stuff, whatever that marketing is.
And being clear about what it means to be employed within that facility. What is the career pathway? What opportunities exist for the individual worker? All of us going into any kind of job want to know what the career pathway looks like at that place, at that place of business. And so the same thing would be true with the manufacturers. What are the next steps? How can I continue to grow and develop a career here? Not a job, but a real career.
Yeah, see, I think that's sort of an epiphany on my part. Me, not you. You've created the epiphany. Whatever the math is, it's all on this side. That I think you're right. If I'm a manufacturer and I'm somewhat lazy, and this is the way we normally do it, and win all that garbage, that's not a good strategy to sort of develop that business that is resilient and leveraging all the beautiful things that's taking place in the future.
That's right, and it's hard for manufacturers too. So we frequently cite a statistic that says 85% of students who are in school today in primary school today, will ultimately end up in jobs that have not yet been created.
Whoa. Sometimes I gloss over data, but that sounds like 85?
85%. It's a significant number.
5?
And so when I first heard this number, I was like, that doesn't seem possible. But in the last 7.5 years that I've been working, the growth I've seen in the career opportunities in manufacturing, we went from barely understanding what a digital twin was, except within very niche groups, to it being kind of part of the common language now within all manufacturing, and even, frankly, beyond some manufacturing circles. And so we talk about how difficult it is for manufacturers and academics to think about what kind of skill sets they need, what kind of jobs they need, what kind of equipment they need when the world and the technology is moving so fast.
So what do you start? I mean, what's the starting line? Because it's like, you're hitting on all cylinders. Yeah, you're
I think shameless plug, a great place to start would be the Mxd Hiring Guides, where we identify 412 jobs of the future. These are what we anticipate will be the roles and skills and career pathways of the future in manufacturing as it relates to digital for manufacturing and cybersecurity in manufacturing.
So, but I have to be a member.
But it is free to download from our website.
Is it really?
Available to anyone.
And the analytics that went behind that, right? It's
this is an in-depth collaboration with Manpower Group out of Milwaukee, but also with dozens of our subject matter experts across industry and academia, and frankly, some of our government and nonprofit partners. So,
me as a broadcaster, I want to download that and say, did you know that in the future, hey, you know who I was talking? I was talking to somebody about nanotechnology. Nano.
Yeah.
Super small.
Yes.
now. It's like, no, this is not, it's just insane. So somebody's going to be responsible for nanotechnology.
Well, and it's even,
Jeez.
think about the one of the roles we talk about in our digital hiring guide is a data ethicist. A manufacturer needs to think about employing someone within their facility who is a data ethicist, because as we start talking about connected factories and the data we're collecting and analyzing, how are we making sure that we're protecting it, that we're using it in appropriate ways? You need someone with a skill set to be thinking about that. This is what we anticipate is the future of work is going to look like in manufacturing. And this is why it can be so difficult for manufacturers to think about what kind of talent they need to bring in and foster.
And you touched upon this speed. Like, again, I'm just telling you, man, I went to a conference last year and I go to a conference this year, and it's like, it doesn't even look the same, right? The jargon is different, it was, and it's just, yeah, I can understand how people are going, I don't know where
It's so hard, and because it's moving so quickly, academia has to move that quickly too. So we have to think about non-traditional ways of learning, because we can't have individuals go into school for 2-4 years, come out, and expect to be up to date on the technology. It's moving way too fast for that. We have to think about manageable bite-sized opportunities at learning that allow those who are working to jump in and out as they need to.
But it's exciting. Come on.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting.
It's crackling with buzz. I love it. I really do. And I think that I wish I was younger, because I would definitely go down this road, because it's just exciting. It's just like it's got meaning. It's got meat to it.
And the opportunity is frankly kind of thrilling.
Big time. And you could go anywhere.
Anywhere.
Like if you master this stuff, you're definitely the prettiest person at that dance. No doubt about it, man. Because if you do it and you do it well, and you're going to be knocking down the door. How do the people get a hold of you there, Liz?
They check out mxdusa.org. My information is available for anyone on our website.
Her name is Liz. She is an absolute education juggernaut. Can I use that? Because I love it. I just wanted to do that.
I love it.
All right. Download that information. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it, and I'm going to tell you to download it, because I want to know what the workforce of the future is going to look like and what it means. All right. Once again, we're broadcasting from Mxd in Chicago, Illinois. It's an innovation. God, it's an innovation place. That is big time.
Yes, it is.
And I'm getting ready to go on my little tour. I want that.
Good.
Anyway.
Good.
Yeah, and I'll be in there forever, too, as well. Thank you, Liz, for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, listeners, we're going to wrap it up on the other side, so fear not. We're going to have the contact information for Liz and others at industrialtalk.com. Stay tuned.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
All right, once again, thank you very much for joining Industrial Talk, and truly, thank you very much for your support of Industrial Talk. That was Liz Struck. Mxd is the organization. They have a wonderful innovation center up there supporting manufacturers. You need to check them out. All of the contact information will be out on industrialtalk.com, so fear not. You will be able to get a hold of these incredible professionals. Now, a couple items to put on your calendar. We're going to be broadcasting from FabTech. That's in Atlanta. That's November 8th through the 10th. So we're going to be on site there and just celebrating incredible manufacturers at that event. Now, we're also going to be in Barcelona the end of January for IoT Solutions World Congress. Both events are a must-attend event. And it's all, just like I said, go out to Industrial Talk and you'll be able to find the links. And we're going to be there. So look me up. Look up Team Industrial Talk, and you will have a great time. All right, once again, be bold, be brave. Dare greatly. Hang out with people like Liz, and you're going to change the world. Thank you very much for joining Industrial Talk, and we're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.